NPLSA season between Sturt Lions and Campbelltown City. Stay tuned for teams very shortly.
Perfect, mate. All good.
Beautiful.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
Come on! Wait up!
Is everyone ready to play?
I think the people involved, you get to meet a lot of people in football, and that's just one of the great things. Not only is the sport great, but the people involved, so fellow referees, players, coaches, even fans. I love officiating because it keeps me involved in football. I was a player, but I don't reckon I could cut it out there anymore, at least at any decent level. But as a referee, I get to be involved in high levels of football. Keeps me involved, keeps me fit, and is great fun. I think I have a moment of this is why I do this every week. It's always good fun to get out there, and there are tough moments, but being resilient and succeeding, even just in the little things throughout a match. I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn, and as a referee you surely come across a lot of them, and I certainly have. I reckon give it a go. You will face challenges, but that's a part of it, and I think embracing challenges is such an important skill to learn.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings, Tom Wren for sport, Jade Robran on the scene as it happens, Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide, Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA, always Adelaide.
Good evening and welcome to Carina Reserve as we prepare for final day action of the RAA NPLSA season. A night where all sides kick off simultaneously as clubs have one last opportunity to shape the RAA NPLSA ladder before finals time. For the home side tonight, there's a saying that goes around: 1% chance and 99% faith, and I'm very sure Sturt will play by that memo and forget about anything else going on in other games tonight, while they'll look to pursue the best possible result they can get to push for finals. As for Campbelltown City, they look to spoil any hope for the home side as their season is already over and can only play to jump a few spots higher in the bottom half of the table and finish with a strong 3 points. The referee for today's fixture will be Zach Britton, assisted by Mon Kutkar and Maith Ali. So we're pretty close to action here on a chilly night in the southern suburbs of Adelaide. It's Sturt Lions who have everything to play for. They will need to flip the switch on Croydon as well as Leap Adelaide United with a 7-goal turnaround if they want any chance of participating in the final series this year. It's been a disappointing season for Campbelltown, sitting in 9th position. They're going to miss finals for back-to-back seasons for the first time since 2006, which is quite unfortunate for such a proud club like Campbelltown City. Coaches for Sturt, Jonathan Fusco and their captain Michael Moroney. As for the travelling side in Campbelltown, Matt Mullen and their captain Alex Mullen, as we get very close to kick off now, just a little bit behind schedule. There are still State League 1 games going on right now. Run us through the sides. Starting for the home side, number 2 and their captain Michael Moroney, number 4 Jacob Atkinson, number 5 Edward Elton, number 7 Yoshiki Igarashi, number 8 Thanasis Lessie, number 10 Alex Sortini, number 12 Harrison Rogers, number 15 Tias Ustra, number 16 Nathan Humphreys, number 21 in goals Zolan Meleg, number 33 Jacob Vanderorp. As for Campbelltown City, starting lineup, number 2 Kenya Fujinami, number 3 Jack Rawson, number 4 Jordan Elsey, number 7 Jordan O'Doherty, number 8 their captain Alex Mullen, number 9 Mark Marino, number 11 Josh Murray, number 12 Liam DeCorso, number 19 Inaki Rodriguez, number 20 in goals Matthew Setafonte, and number 23 Harry Connon. Go through the ins and outs of the side. Coming into the starting 11 for Sturt, Jacob Atkinson and Nathan Humphreys. Making way to the benches, Jaden Diamantis and Mohammed Hassan not in the squad. Campbelltown making 3 changes to their starting 11. Harry Connon comes in, Jack Rawson and Liam DeCorso jump in. Adam Kapishkaneri and Adam Limbruno make way to the bench, and Vinny Milanese is out of the squad. As we're now underway here at Carina Reserve for RAA NPLSA action in round 22. I'm expecting a hot, feisty encounter. As the ball sent over the top already. That's Ustra looking to get forward. Oh, the ball goes up to Lessie and Lessie crosses in. Looking for the back post of Sortini. Does well to bring it down anyway. Campbelltown will get a moment to breathe, but it's going to be back in across. I think that Ustra done very well there. It was Alex Mullen to clear the danger. There's Igarashi, who's going to be forced to retreat back to his goalkeeper all the way to Zolan Meleg. It was a frustrating Tuesday night here at Carina Reserve as Sturt Lions failed to pick up all 3 points against already relegated Adelaide Comets. Definitely, I think, a real missed opportunity in their surge for finals. Mathematically, they still can make finals. They would need West Torrens Bacala to win tonight against Adelaide United, and they would need Metro Stars to beat Croydon. While for Sturt, they would also need a bit of luck on their side with a 7-goal turnaround. Campbelltown have an opportunity to leap Sturt here as well if they pick up all 3 points. It would be a bit disappointing if for Sturt, as it's been such a great and positive first year back into the RAA NPLSA. As Ustra looks to get on the other side, Ustra passes it off. It's Lessie. He has someone on the right. Lessie does go wide. Big opportunity here for Rogers. Rogers, great save by Setafonte already. First big chance of the of the game going Sturt's way. And an early goal would have been exactly what they would have needed here at Carina Reserve. If you are playing along with promotion and relegation stories in the HBG Homes State League 1, Adelaide Olympic and Adelaide Croatia Raiders has finished 1-0 in favour of Adelaide Croatia Raiders. So that confirms the league championship going there back down to Jeps Cross with Croatia Raiders, and they will rejoin the RAA NPLSA after a 1-season absence. As for Olympic, they slide down to 3rd place, and Mulberry Jets jump into 2nd for now and will take on Raiders in that 2-legged tie to get into the grand final and ultimately put them one step closer to rejoining the RAA NPLSA. As for now, all focus is on these two sides here between Sturt Lions and Campbelltown City. Marino goes out wide to the far side. Head up. Here come Campbelltown, their first opportunity to play around with the ball a little bit. There are games around grounds tonight. I will go through them shortly. We'll just unpack a bit of the action here for the time being. Driving forward is O'Doherty. Does well to beat 2. O'Doherty still stands up and a shot's taken. And it's a fantastic goal from Mark Marino. And Campbelltown City have scored already. It's a wonder strike from Mark Marino. He grabbed his first of the season last week in their 2-0 win, and he has his second. The Golden Boot winner from 2021 is on the score sheet. And that really hurt Sturt early, as they'll need to look to get back on their bike. Get going. Ball was played back to Maroney. Maroney goes wide, and here's Rogers. He had an opportunity early. Dispossessed there, and here's Jack Rawson. That's a bit of Elsie. And he'll receive the ball back. Sent over. Marino's happy to let it run. Played back. Melee's going to have a bit of work to do, and he's unable to prevent that one. Bit of a loose back pass there from Nathan Humphreys. He's featuring in his 5th match for Sturt Lions. A very early goal, and a couple goals already around the ground. Adelaide City lead FK Beograd, so that has them in pole position to clinch a title come the conclusion of the 90 minutes. Ball's going to be crossed in. In swinging corner comes in. Who's up at the back post? It's off the Sturt head, but it falls, and Marino has a second. And Campbelltown City are 2-0 up in the first 5.5 minutes here at Carina Reserve. They've really come on to spoil the party here. And Mark Marino makes that his 3rd of the season. And ultimately heads are dropped completely for Sturt. They were unable to clear the danger, and Marino pounced on it. Got in front of Melee, gives his body positioning perfectly. And he got it past the goalkeeper. Sturt will have to go full throttle to get back into this game now. All of a sudden, that miracle story of making finals looks incredibly unrealistic right now. Here's Ustra, heads it off, and here's Igarashi, looks to use his pace to get through. Very well done. And here's Rawson. Rawson goes, here's a man with the 2 goals, Marino. Here's another lethal goal scorer, and Josh Murray on the ball. Plays into DeCorso, all the way back to Jordan Elsey. Mullen will look to bring forward. Going down on the far side was Kenny Fujinami, I do believe. And lost there by Sturt. This will be a throw in on your far side for Campbelltown City. Campbelltown, obviously a huge result last week, defeating FK Beergrad at home, at their home, Steve Woodcock Sports Centre, defeating them 2-0. So they're starting to pick, as Usha looks to come forward, and in the end, Mullen was a bit slack to it, but he's done well to get it back to his goalkeeper in Centofanti to clear the danger. Campbelltown did absorb a lot of danger last week. FK Beergrad did unleash 20 shots at goal on them. However, some great saves from Centofanti and goals, and some very good experience defending to prevent that FK Beergrad attack from posing any real danger. It was Mark Marino who had a ball floated in over the top to him at the back post, making it 1-0, and then it was Josh Murray with a late goal to seal the deal. And he enjoyed that celebration as well, may I add. As here he is now, Josh Murray. The ball, he'll be held up, played back, and there's Jordan Elsey. Elsey looks to carry forward. Ustra will look to press. Does win the ball here. Sotini on that left-hand side. Sotini unleashes off the back of Mullen. Looks to be starting at centre-back today. And there's Murray, a nice little ball. Looking at her, and Igarashi does very well there. He has to come forward. There's Ustra. A few shots there. Here's Sortini, opted not to go, but Ustra goes all the way. It's going to fall to Lessie. Lessie whips it, and good save in the end from Centofanti. From my angle, it looked pretty close, like it may have looped into the top left corner. We are on track for a lot of goals as of now. So it would have been great to see Sturt put a bit of pressure back on the away side. But they've got some real experience in that centre-back partnership today. With captain Alex Mullen and Jordan Elsey. Plenty of A-League experience in that Campbelltown side. And there was another one in Mark Marino, who's already grabbed 2 today. Josh Murray, another one of them names, as he continues his surge in the Golden Boot race. It is wrapped up by a former Adelaide United superstar in George Blackwood, unless some miracle happens there. As Leslie puts it in, looked to maybe come off the hands of a Mullen, in which it did. Leslie appeals quite strongly for a penalty. I don't think his wish will be upheld, unfortunately. Does look like they are going to have a free kick in a very dangerous area. Looks like it's going to be Jacob van der Oort to take. He's got a few numbers at the back post already. Van der Oort stands over it. Very dangerous here for Campbelltown. This will be a real test of their defence as the ball comes in. It's off the boot of Lessie. It was, but that's over the top of the crossbar and out for a goal kick. We can go around the grounds and have a look at who is playing tonight. We do have 2 games which could ultimately decide the champions. Obviously that does come down to the... I'll be interrupted real quick as Maroney looks to drive forward with real pace. Goes to T.S. Ustra. He has space on that right side, puts it low across the box, and that one's out for a corner. Ended up copping a few of the afters. Does Ustra. Didn't look too impressed there either. But it's going to be a corner taken by Jacob Atkinson. Plays it short. Here's Jacob van der Oort. Van der Oort crosses it in. That one's off the back. It's going to fall to the top of the box for Satini, and never really connected well there. Heading around the grounds, it's FK Beergrad taking on Adelaide City. Adelaide City do take the 3 points. They will be crowned RA NPLSA champions. West Adelaide are taking on Playford. West Torrens Bacalla take on a very thin Adelaide United youth side. And Adelaide Comets and Para Hills have missed Metro Stars and Croydon as well. A few goals around the grounds already, but we can get to them later on. Here's Leslie, nice little flick on. Sturt goes wide to Harry Rogers. Rogers looking to whip it in. This one's going to be challenging for Centofonti, and once again, very good aerial is Matt Centofonti. Had a very solid game last week since coming in as the 25-year-old. 3 clean sheets in his 8 featured matches. So there's some positive signs for Campbelltown if they're able to grab the 3 points here. It's been a very grim year, but that will take him to just the 1 loss in their last 6 games. That 1 loss was against Adelaide City, where they were beaten 4-0 on their own deck 2 weeks ago. As for Sturt, they've been very good this year for most of the part. They started the year with 9 points in their first 4 games. And then there was a span from round 8 to round 14 where they unfortunately only picked up the 1 win, recording 6 losses. Here's Usha, and lunging in there was Mullen very well. But the 6 losses, the thing that may have hurt them the most was the losses were against sides that they may have probably expected to pick up points off of in around that area in the bottom half of the table. Campbelltown being one of them. They did go down to Adelaide Comets as the ball's crossed in here. Back post is Lessie who met the ball first. Yeah, so they did go down to Adelaide Comets in that mix. I think West Adelaide may have been in there in that group as well. Adelaide United was one of the sides that they failed to win against, but since then ultimately they got back on the winners list with a win against Para Hills, and they've been in really good form. Have they been this season? They've almost finished with a wet sail, maybe unbeaten in their last 5. Couple draws to add in that, unfortunately. So it may hurt if they aren't able to pick up a result here, unfortunately, but they'll move on, and they've built a good foundation going into next season, again in the top flight. Ustra looks to turn off. That's headed over top by Leslie, or forward at Ustra, and Ustra's put the ball in net, and I believe Zach Britton may pull out the first caution of the game. Just giving him a proper talking to. No real harm done. But I think just a bit of frustration there. Ustra did join mid-season from Dutch side ACV Assen, which is in the Dutch 3rd division. Primarily a centre-back or defensive midfielder as the ball's Sturt dispossessed. Here's Maury. Maury looks to slot in, and an opportunity here, and it's 3-0. And Campbelltown City are running absolute riot. Real problems here at Carina Reserve for Sturt Lions. And I'll confirm that goal scorer as soon as I can. Substitution here for Sturt Lions. So John Fusco is either not happy with something, or Harry Rogers may be playing with an injury. real trouble here. And it's Brodie Ralph who comes in for Harry Rogers. Very, very early on in this match. An 18-year-old, he's featured in the first team 3 times. Tonight being his 4th. He does have 4 goals in the reserves for Sturt, playing off right back. Maybe another opportunity for Sturt to birth a few of their younger players. They have got a couple on the bench tonight. Jack Dunstall being one. Starting, as we did see, they're starting Nathan Humphreys. So they've got some young talent. Held up. Sturt will look to maybe grab a little bit of control in the game. There's Moroni. Head back to Lessie, who's dropped into centre back now for the time being. Just unable to find anything. Campbelltown happy to sit back in their shape. And I'm sure they'll pounce if anything does arise. It's Lessie. Goes wide to Moroni. Moroni will look to break the line. It's Ustra coming through. Centre Fonte's quick off his line. Does well to shepherd the ball out for a goal kick. As Centre Fonte puts the ball down. Take a goal kick. Well, the score reflects 3-0 already. Sturt have had their chances. Centre Fonte being forced into 2 good saves early on in this matchup. He sends long against the wind there. It's off the head. Falls to O'Doherty. Dispossessed and it falls to Ustra. Ustra will drive forward. Looking to slot through Lessie. So working really hard up top is T.S. Ustra. He's their number 1 goal scorer in Josh Murray. Murray's forced all the way back. Might run into a bit of danger. He's shut down by plenty of Sturt players. Does well to get back to his goalkeeper who clears forward. It's Mark Marino who went up. Goes to Atkinson. There's Michael Moroni. There's wide to Humphreys. All the way back. It's sent long by Meleg. That goes to the head of Jordan Elsey, but that's not getting any further than Lessie, but really well worked there by Liam De Corso. Sturt to win it back through Shortini. And Igarashi's goes back. On that far side, here's Atkinson, turns in, goes wide. That's a Van der Oort. He drives forward. As the ball does come in, it's Lessie, he's going to lurk, he's going to fall at the back post, and it's the youngster in Brodie Ralph who fell to. Was unable to generate any power on that header. Straight into the artificial turf of Carina Reserve. And then leaves a foot in on Centre Fonte for a goal kick. Not a goal kick, a free kick. My apologies. Not too much of a difference in positioning. As he launches long. Up the head. That falls to Humphreys, it goes back to Meleg. Sends long. Elsey gets over the top of Danasi Lessie. Drawson does well to find De Corso. Out to O'Doherty. He to get recycles through Centre Fonte. Mullen will be pressed. Does very well, he's composed. But Sortini gets a foot in on it. And will allow Sturt to box Campbelltown in and look to win possession back. that's all the way back, and Atkinson does well to get there. Bit of hesitation there from Ralph, but he does well in the end. Humphreys goes back to his goalkeeper. Going to be interesting to see what Sturt do here. They don't entirely want to embarrass themselves, but they would love to grab a few goals back and make this a competitive contest. Not many people had Campbelltown going 3-0 up in the first 15 minutes of their bingo card. And here they look to attack forward through O'Doherty. And goes back to Humphreys. He's looked quite solid. That's Nathan Humphreys, the 19-year-old. Back, and here's Atkinson. O'Doherty goes wide. Here comes Campbelltown. That one's floated at the back post. Murray's going to be the first one to meet the ball there. He'll go one-on-one with Humphreys. Josh Murray opens up, gets onto his right boot, retreats through Jack Rawson. Rawson looking for Murray. Is he quick enough to get there? Does get there before Atkinson to the back post. And that one's dealt with by Sturt, and now they may look to counter. Brought forward with intent. They'll look to switch the ball over. It's Brody Ralph who was unable to get there. Oh, just a bit too far in front of him. Stop in play. Matt Centofanti has gone to ground. He'll receive a little bit of treatment as both two sides will take a moment to grab their breath. So it is Campbelltown's superstar marksman. I do have confirmation. Mark Moreno scored a hat-trick in 17 minutes, as I have been informed. So he's come back with an absolute bang, as Mark Moreno. He's been quiet. He's had a quite disjointed season. Been able to string a few games together, and now he's really hit his straps for the side. He'll still certainly look to get himself going 100% next season. And we know how deadly he can be. So Campbelltown can attack as good as Mark Marino and Josh Murray. We've got a few youngsters up top that can also put the ball in the net to Campbelltown City. Yeah, they'll come forward. There's Humphreys. Back he'll look to go forward. This time Leslie's the target. He'll go one-on-one with Elsie. Thanasis Leslie does very well. Drops it off to Sortini. Sortini finds Ustra. And Warson just gets ahead to it. That one's going to go out for a corner for Sturt. So it's Mark Marino with a 17-minute hat-trick for the travelling side. This ball's going to be crossed in here by Jacob Atkinson. They do make that run. Flicked on, it was Sortini first to it. It's going to be in the air, and Centofanti does well to hold on. It unleashes, and Campbelltown will look to come forward again. It's off there. Boot, bit of a deflection. A few bodies collide in that circumstance. I think it may be Fujinami come off a bit worse for wear on that occasion. the second half of the season for Sturt, they've been very strong, which we did discuss earlier. 4 wins and 3 draws, 3 losses in that as well. However, the 3 losses were against your top 3 sides in Bacala, Adelaide City and Metro Stars. Right now, as early as 28 minutes, it looks like there'll be a 4th loss in this second half of the season for them, unfortunately. But definitely not a season to look down on, and just because they didn't make finals, definitely not a season to look down as a failure. There's been some really good signs for Sturt Lions, and given they've just come up from HPG Home State League 1 last season, I'll definitely build on it. And here's Sortini, flicked on by Lessie, and shot off, big chance. As T.S. Ustra unable to kill that one into the top right corner. In that time. It's been 12 minutes since Marino put his 3rd in the net. Since then, Campbelltown haven't really created too much. No real need to. It's been Sturt doing the vast majority of the attacking in that time. Have looked dangerous. And here's Lessie, and may look to go. Lessie goes wide to Sortini. Sortini looking for Igarashi. Puts it long and hard across the box, and Elsie almost puts that into his own net. The job's done, out for a corner. Sturt do certainly have plenty of firepower on the bench. They've got their 2 top goal scorers in Jaden Diamantis and Gonzalo Rodriguez still to come on. Certainly do believe once they do come on, they can make an impact, as they have for so many occasions this year. Ball's in, and centre Fonzie claims well. Wanted to get on quickly, but had no numbers forward. He's going to be held up, and his clock's going to catch him if he doesn't hurry up. Rolls out in the end. He's going to be shut down by Ustra, does well. Really well done there by De Corso to find Fujinami wide. One's out for a throw in for Campbelltown. Thrown in quickly with heavy touch. Atkinson does pounce on it. Commits the foul as well in that time. Was back in play, and so looking to win it back again. But Campbelltown done well. Here's Jack Rawson. As well to find O'Doherty. So composed on the ball. It's Jordan O'Doherty. Mullen goes wide. Back to centre Fonte. He's had quite a bit of the ball tonight in this first half an hour. But just over 30 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. For all your indoor and outdoor digital display solutions here at Carina Reserve. No leg. Goes to Atkinson, who turns. Atkinson absent from the starting 11 for the first time this season. Tuesday night in their 0-0 draw with Adelaide Comets. Most likely management for today's game. It was heavy. But from my angle, it looked like Josh Murray did slip into the leg of Jacob Van der Hoort. Did look quite heavy, however. Elsie stands over. Restart short. Goes to Marino, who couldn't flick it on to Murray. That's Michael Maroney. Goes to him. You can always back Jordan Elsie to be reliable in that. It's thrown in. There's Lessie. Goes wide to Ustra. Ustra's held up by Rawson. Game being played on the floor. As Campbelltown get things going quickly, but it was a bit ambitious on that occasion. Has been a very positive Saturday for the club of Campbelltown City. Their WNPLSA side prevailed 3-1 in their elimination final against Adelaide Comets, so they move on and will go toe-to-toe with West Torrens McCalla. An opportunity to go through to the next round of the Apex Steel WNPLSA finals. Staying on the topic of clubs and their women's programs, Sturt Lions tomorrow here at Carina Reserve at 3 o'clock will have an opportunity to be promoted to the top division as Murray puts the ball in over the top, and there's a header off the crossbar. Hand in mouth, heart and mouth stuff there from Meleg as he could do nothing but watch it glide and smash that crossbar. Here's Ustra, brings it forward. Elsie does well to play it back. But yes, just when you thought football was over in South Australia this week, there is still WSL action. So all Sturt would need to do is pick up the 3 points and hope Adelaide City aren't able to turn the goal difference around, and they will be promoted. If they are to fail to finish in first place, they will take on Modbury Vista in a promotional playoff. It'll certainly be great for the club to have both their sides in the top division. Campbelltown City, one of them. Their women's were promoted at the conclusion of the 2024 season. Went all the way to the grand final last season in their first year. This ball slips out of the hands of Jack Rawson. He plays some silky work there from O'Doherty. There's Murray held up. And O'Doherty drives forward, looking for Murray. Murray held up, wants to put it in. There's Igarashi, has space to drive forward. Finds Lessie. There's Sortini. Leslie drives forward, looking for Igarashi through the legs, and Igarashi drives forward here for Sturt, looking to pose some danger. Van der Oort is held up wide. And Kenny Fujinami, some very good defensive work there. Sturt looked to break on that occasion. While the ball is out, we can go around the grounds. It's Adelaide Comets leading 2-0 against Para Hills. Both of them sides obviously relegated. TK Shutter Reserve, Metro Stars and Croydon are locked at 0-0. West Torrens, Bacala and Adelaide United Youth currently sits at 1-1. West Adelaide and Playford also 1-1. And at Frank Mitchell Park, it is Adelaide City leading FK Beergrad 1-0. Here's Lessie on the ball. He's head up back to Atkinson. Looking for Usha. He couldn't execute the flick on, but ends up coming out on top with possession again as the ball goes wide. Van der Oort. Van der Oort forks back. That one's going to have to come in first time, but it doesn't. It's Elton, floats the ball in. Sortini was lurking. Chested down with some great composure, and now Campbelltown will have a chance to break through. Mark Marino. Mark Marino finds Josh Murray. Looking for a nice little flick, unable to find his target. To the feet of Igarashi. Goes wide to Elton. He's going to have the overlapping run of Humphreys. elects not to go with him. All forward, Des Booster looking for Leslie, but Leslie couldn't get any further than Jordan Elsey. Maroney goes to Van der Ort. Igarashi goes inside, nice little lead from Ustra. Going down, there was Leslie. One back, really well done by Jacob Van der Ort. Rolls past the boot of Atkinson, who's forced to go and retrieve. Here's the captain, Maroney. Maroney does enjoy a long ball. Looking for the diagonal ball. Looking for players with the speed of like Hassan, Jaden Diamantis. On this occasion, he's got the height and strength of Leslie, and here he is, he's found him now. And on this occasion, playing up top, T.S. Ustra and Alex Satini. There's Igarashi, has space. Igarashi floats it in. No harm done, claimed by Centofanti. He rolls it out to Corzio. Has a bit of time on the ball. Fujinami plays back to Mullen. Vincent brings it down, that's won by Jordan O'Doherty. Passed off, nice little 1-2, and Atkinson does very well there to win possession back for Harry Conant. Driving forward is Thanasis Leslie. Leslie still goes, looking to slot it through. Desperation boot there, falls to Sortini. Sortini goes low. Once cleared, and here's your hat-trick hero already in. Mark Marino goes wide to Maury. Maury will drive forward using his pace. Having to retreat. Going back to Inaki Rodriguez. Ball ends up back at the feet of Centofanti and Jordan Elsey. Game certainly not played with as much speed as there was in the first few minutes. Comes off the head of Maroney. Really well done by Harry Conant to find Fujinami. Fujinami's going to be shut down by Van der Ort. Centofanti might need to be quick as Ustra may look to press. Doesn't like to. Mullen finds O'Doherty. O'Doherty has plenty of space in the middle of the park. They are 3-0 up, but they're still playing a patient, good game of football. Park Campbelltown City. Starting to assert some real dominance, are they? There's the Corzio. Little bounce on. And Igarashi wins it back, and Satini has space to drive forward on that right wing. Satini's going to be shut down by Rawson. Goes well, looking to get it through the legs, but Rawson read that very well. Murray tried to be a bit fancy there, dispossessed. Van der Ort retreats all the way. Bit off the ball. Incident as Inaki Rodriguez, my apologies, goes down off the ball. There is a yellow card going to Jacob Van der Ort, however. It's Mark Marino. Quite windy here at Carina Reserve. Chilly as well, may I add. Sure, the players in the middle of the park would well and truly be warmed up by now. Different occasion, different circumstance up in the commentary box. And for any of the spectators here at Carina Reserve. Flick on, ball's going to be crossed in. Well defended there by Elton. He hasn't been able to get forward like he loves to, does Edward Elton. Ball sent forward, skids through to Elsie. He goes to Rawson. O'Doherty drives forward. Target was Connon. Didn't get there. One back by Campbelltown. Irashi's dispossessed there by Harry Connon, and now this could be dangerous for Sturt. It's Josh Murray. Murray goes toe to toe. Gets on that left boot. Doesn't cross yet. It's got Rawson as an option. Doesn't use him. Instead goes to O'Doherty. Played across to De Corso. De Corso wasn't on the same page as his right back in Kenny Fujinami. Big goal kick for Zola Melek. There's Van der Hoort. Goes across to Maroney. Maroney looks to bring forward. There's Ralph. Would Sturt be able to grab something before the break? Certainly it would need be. That one trickles out for a goal kick. You just think with the opportunity Sturt, they've come forward and sets a Fonte for a lunging boot to prevent any danger there. Across, Maroney goes in heavily. Sortini comes out on top. Is it going to fall to Ustra? Strikes the post. Santa Fonte may have been beaten there for the first time tonight, but the post was there to prevent Ustra a goal, which would have been his second of the season. He scored that winner in their 1-0 win over Playford City. His second game for the club. But you just think with the opportunities Sturt have created, and like we've just seen another one there, if they are to grab one before the break, maybe we could certainly be set up for a great second 45 minutes. Tactics certainly will change for both sides. I'm sure Campbelltown would have expected to be 3-0 up so early. But now the game's settled. They've defended quite well. There's Atkinson. It was Van der Hoort was dispossessed there, and O'Doherty has space to turn. It's to Rawson. Usher will close down Elsie, but Elsie's so composed. Once again, they're happy to go back through Centre Fonte. Here's Mullen. Treats. As we're now in stoppage time in this first half here at Coruña Reserve. There's Igarashi. Igarashi turns well on Rodriguez, and Igarashi strikes and goes wide. Centre Fonte will happily take his time to see his side through to the break. Eventually makes his way into the 6-yard box to take the goal kick. This one's going to be going long against the wind. Centre Fonte goes long. Target, that one's off the head of Maury. Maroney does well. That one's out. Campbelltown throw in Rawson. You know, they haven't got much time left. So while they're in their attacking third, they wouldn't mind another goal and possibly make things a lot harder for Sturt to grab a result out of this game. Play back in. Maroney switches wide. It's carried forward with real pace by Eddie Elton. Elton continues to drive forward, goes wide to Van der Hoort. Van der Hoort wasn't first to it, and that one's out for a corner. Possibly one last opportunity for Sturt to grab something before the half. It's going to be swinging into the wind. It is. That's over the head. That's Elsie who got up early. Igarashi with the last touch. And Lessie is held up, unable to find. He was looking for Brody Ralph. That one's going to fall to Usha. Usha flicks it on, and Elsie does well to let that through to his goalkeeper. Campbelltown will restart as we approach the 3rd minute of stoppage time. 4th minute. And add as Igarashi. Head back to Atkinson. All the way to Elton. Zach Britton happy to let Sturt play for now. There's that long ball. Rawson's head was first to it. Dispossessed. Referee may have potentially been in the way there. Looking to slot Ustra in. Campbelltown set out for a goal kick. Shortly at the conclusion of the half, we'll go around the grounds, check out the results and possibilities in the IA NPLSA as Centre Fonte launches long. Runs off the head. Usha uses his body very well. But it's Campbelltown who prevail, and this time it might be Maury looking to get in, but Meleg does well to meet him there. Meleg's going to go long, goes with the winds, and that one's over the top. And that is half-time here at Carina Reserve. It is Campbelltown City 3, Sturt Lions 1. A 17-minute hat-trick for their superstar Mike Marino. And we're going to be set up for a very interesting second half here. While Sturt's finals hopes have most likely been dashed now, they've still created plenty of opportunities. They just haven't been able to beat Centre Fonte. He's made a few good saves. They've also been denied by the woodwork, as have Campbelltown. But we'll quickly run around the grounds, and as it's half-time at all games, it's Adelaide Comets leading Para Hills 3-0. Metro Stars leading Croydon 1-0. West Torrens McCalla and Adelaide United Youth locked at 1-1. Playford have taken the lead and lead West Adelaide 2-1, and Adelaide City still remain 1-0 leaders against FK Beograd. We'll take a short break. We'll see you back in about 14 or so minutes here at Carina Reserve.
First touches, first goals, first big moments. This is where football comes back to being football. Fast, technical, unpredictable, and always fun. Football Fives is built for players who still love the game, but play it their way. More touches, more movement, more moments that actually matter. Whether you're fitness, chasing wins, or just chasing that feeling of playing again, this is where your game fits. Different divisions, different levels, one shared love of football. Football Fives, football that works around life, not the other way around.
Introducing Carl's Jr. Star Boxes for taste and value that's out of this world. Choose a tasty ranch, original, Santa Fe or barbecue double cheeseburger and grab a small fries, all for only $6.95. Carl's Jr. Eat like you mean it.
Hop in.
Where are we going?
There are so many career paths with SAPOL, from operations to CSI. You could walk the beat or work somewhere a little quieter. If you want to make a difference, there's a career at SAPOL for you.
Hey, it's gonna be all right.
Call up the search.
Find where you belong in blue. Search SAPOL Careers.
For over 25 years, HPG Homes have been helping South Australians build and own their dream home. Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. We're committed to quality, affordability and creating a way of life for you and your family. Fixed price, turnkey. It's gotta be HPG. HPG Homes.
At Service FM, we know every workplace is different. Every challenge is unique. That's why we personalise our services to our customers' different needs across different industries. From medical to mining and manufacturing, hospitality to healthcare, commercial to defence. So when you need to create a better work environment, you need Service FM. Proud partner with Football South Australia.
Hits it, and what a hit it is, and that makes it 4-1. He got leashes with his left. But he's through on goal, he's struck it to the far side. An Olympic have broken the deadlock. It's Minstone Park, threads it through. Satina's there, he's got a first chance at it, blocked, second chance at it. Great stop there by Oxenham, it's broken to Molas. And that's a fine goal to open the scoring for RD Molas. Now, just outside the box, faces Van der Hout, he's onto his left, swings a shot in. Oh, that's a cracker. Passing it, John scores a banger.
An injury on the weekend? Our walk-in sports injury clinic is open Saturdays and Sundays to support you. Located ground floor, Calvary Adelaide Hospital, Wakefield Sports and Exercise Medicine Clinic is keeping you moving.
I love refereeing because it's a challenge, you know, to go out to try and get the right decision, manage some of the egos or the personalities, knowing that you've got all these different types of people at play. And it's actually been a good life school as well. I started refereeing junior games on the Sunday. I was playing in senior football on the Saturday, so I felt like, you know, making some money. I think I was a decent player back then. You know, I could have stayed around and played senior football in NPL, but I decided to go refereeing, and I've got in the National League much quicker than if I was as a player. Probably wouldn't have made it as a player, to be honest. Just kind of never looked back and was happy to progress. But I think people should try refereeing. I think it's a great tool to realise, you know, how you can also contribute to part of the game. There's pathways. definitely can be a rewarding career.
Adelaide wakes up with 5AA, David Penberthy and Will Goodings. Tom Wren for sport. Jade Robran on the scene as it happens. Jess Adamson with the news that matters to Adelaide. Breakfast with David and Will, bringing together the names you trust with everything you need to know to start your day. Always live, always local and only on 5AA. Always Adelaide.
Whether it's a house and land package, custom build or development, our HPG fixed price guarantee ensures no nasty surprises or price changes along the way. Fixed price turnkey. It's gotta be HPG.
We are unbelievably proud to announce today a partnership with Variety, the children's charity, which will result in a scholarship fund for children within the state who are in need of help to participate in the game. The total amount of the fund is going to be $100,000, which is a significant amount, but it's going to support young children access football in the state.
One of the many trademarks that Variety has really is about inclusion and joy and community. And this scholarship partnership speaks to all of that. It allows children to be involved. It allows children from a community program to be involved across all communities, and above all, will provide them with a great sense of joy.
There'll be 3 tiers of scholarships. One of those is a participation scholarship up to $2,000. There will be 2 grants provided for pathway program players up to $5,000, and tier 3 will be an inclusion scholarship between $500 and $1,000 to support young kids under the age of 18 whose families need support to access the game. We think it's a really important project that we've been working on for a period of time. Variety are an amazing charity. They provide so much support to the local community. The partnership's been made with Variety and Football South Australia contributing equally to the fund to the tune of a total amount of $100,000. We think it's an exciting development for the game in the state, and it's with great pride that we announce that today.
This is where it starts. First touches, first goals, first big moments. Where confidence grows, where skills get sharper, where friends become teammates, and teammates become mates for life. Football Fives is fast, it's fun, and it's built for players who just want to play. More touches, more chances, more moments to try, learn, and go again. Here, every player is part of the game. Every pass matters. Every goal feels big. Whether you're starting out, building confidence, or just love being on the ball, Football Fives is your game. Football Fives. Play more. Learn faster. Love the game.
Hello and welcome back to Corinna Reserve for action in this round 22 clash of the RAA NPLSA final round of the year, as it's Sturt Lions and Campbelltown City. It is the travelling side who do lead 3-0. It was Mark Marino on the end of a 17-minute hat-trick to absolutely stun the home side. They have bounced back quite well, have Sturt, however, they just haven't been able to find the back of the net. Go through a change for Campbelltown City, making his debut in the RAA NPLSA. 19-year-old Noah Matthews has come in to replace Matt Centofanti in between the sticks. He might be tested here as Igarashi puts the ball across, out for a corner. The coaches have elected to make the change, not exactly sure why, or maybe just a good opportunity to give some first team experience to the youngster. He may be tested here by that Sturt attack as the ball's floated in. The back post, it was Ustra lunging. This one's going to be in the air. Held very comfortably by Noah Matthews. That may be the nerves of his first touch in first team football, as he rolls it out. There's Ustra, he's held up, retreats back to Atkinson. Atkinson may look to cross that one in, looking into the hands comfortably. Matthews again. Eight clean sheets for Noah Matthews for Campbelltown Reserves. Fingers crossed he can help the senior side hang on to one here at Corinna Reserve. Sturt will look to come forward. There's Ralph on the far side. Marini now carries forward. Happy to hold a bit of the ball. Sturt very early, having the first chance of the game while it was 0-0. It certainly wasn't 0-0 for very long at all. Well, we have seen that already in the second half. I wonder if we'll see Campbelltown grab the first of this second half, and more importantly, will it be Mark Marino? A bit of a tired touch there from Michael Maroney. I guess to this point of the season, certainly does play a huge role on the body, especially on the 39-year-old body of Michael Maroney, and Matthews does well to find Corzo. Goes back with Elsie. That one goes aerial. Atkinson. Touch was a bit heavy, but he's done well to use it to his advantages. Ralph puts the ball in first time. Up goes Mullen. And that gets off the top of his head and enables any Sturt attacker. There's Van der Hoort. Van der Hoort unleashes. That one's in the air. Brilliant save there from Noah Matthews. Not out of harm's way yet. It's Sortini looking for Igarashi. And that one's going to be seen out for a throw-in. Take Campbelltown. Thrown in by Rawson. Going to be chased down, and we'll recover it all the way back to Meleg. He gets things going quickly for Eddie Elton. Here's Atkinson. Once again has plenty of time on the ball. Looks to go wide. Brody Ralph's the target. Brody Ralph's got pace and gets there first. Can he get a ball in? Floated across. Elsie lunges his foot out and does well there. Now Campbelltown might look to break through Maury. It's held up. It was De Corso dispossessed. A few arguments of a foul there. T.S. Ustra gets up. Good ball slotted through to Sortini, but just a bit too fast for him to get onto it. Matthews sees it out for a goal kick. Oh, Matthews with the privilege of having the wind behind him in this second half. It is quite windy here at Carina Reserve. He sends long, very long, as Moroney does well to flick it back to his goalkeeper. Meleg sends long. Who's just going to go up? He'll be first to it. Flicked on, might fall to the advantage of Sortini. Done really well then by Alex Mullen. Here's Lessie. Lessie goes wide to Ralph. Ralph, dangerous ball in. Goes over everyone. And couldn't be brought down by Jacob van der Oort. They've looked quite lively in this second half of Sturt. They're back certainly against the walls. We did discuss that there was still a potential of making finals. Maybe being 3-0 down. And other results not looking likely in their favour. It's probably not going to happen in this season. Plenty to learn from, and they'll look to go even better next season. Elsie will find Murray on that left wing. Murray goes 1-to-1 with Ralph. Finds O'Doherty. O'Doherty's so good on the ball, actually. As of Sashi. Jacob van der Oort has space to drive through the middle. He's out wide to Oostra, who looks like he's floated a bit more wide in this second half. Ralph again looking to get on it. Oostra drives forward. Unable to keep that one in. Right off the boot. Never looked like he was going to be able to retrieve that dribble there. Like we've said, some early pressure. It was Campbelltown last time these two sides met. Running away after 3 points at Steve Woodcock Sports Centre. On that occasion it was 2-0 goals for Josh Murray and Jaden Labasso. Haven't seen Jaden Labasso since round 17. Such an impactful player. He's created 7 assists, which is equal most in the league. With Mohammed Hassan, who for Sturt, who's absent tonight. Unfortunately, that one's flicked on to the advantage of Lessie. Lessie has space. 40 may have unwound a shot, elected not to, and now he's been held up. Goes to the youngster and Ralph. Ralph, ball across. Matthews dives out, punches. Ball still in play. And now out for a corner. Matthews been very lively in his first few moments of first team football. Van der Oort will take a moment to tie his shoelace before whipping this one in off his right boot. Van der Oort goes in to back post, at the back post. Big chance, and I think it's Oostra. Referee says no. Sturt thought they'd scored there. In the meantime, Murray drives forward and is fouled, and I reckon Zach Britton's going to have to pull out a yellow card for Nathan Humphreys there. And he's the second Sturt line to go into the book. Sturt was so confident that they had scored there. Not to be. You can just see the look on John Fusco's face right now. It's a look of disappointment. He knows his side are much better than 3 goals down in this game. It was Oostra lurking at the back post. Almost identical to the way he scored his first ever goal for Campbelltown. Some frustrating signs. Maybe a few words between Oostra and Alex Mullen. As the ball trickles back to that slight delay in play. And there's Mullen looking to find a boot. Rodriguez as that ball sent forward. Here you go, Mullen and Oostra. You get box office. Mullen lunges in, falls to Tierce. Oostra gets on his right boot, looking to curl it in. Doesn't, holds off the shot. Oostra buries it into the top left corner, and it's 3-1 here at Carina Reserve. Tierce Oostra gets the last laugh after them words just moments ago with Alex Mullen. However, there is a Sturt player on the floor in a bit of discomfort. It is Thanasis Lessie. The goal was certainly coming. Nothing Noah Matthews could do there. It looks like Sturt may need to look to the bench here. Got all the momentum going. It's T.S. Ustra brings the deficit down to 2 now. Ten minutes into this second half, it was. He's looked very dangerous. He had one cleared off the line moments ago. He's done very well. Bit of individual brilliance there from the Dutch player. Quickly run around the grounds for us real quick. I'm able to, if you are just joining us and haven't been keeping up with it, Adelaide Croatia Raiders have been promoted to the RA NPLSA after their 1-0 win against Adelaide Olympic in that top of the table clash. Adelaide City still remain in pole position to take the title as they're 1-0 up against FK Beograd, while West Torrens Bacala are locked at 1-1 with Adelaide United Youth. Metro Stars lead Croydon 1-0 and Adelaide Comets 5-0 up against Power Hills Knights. So that just shows the difference between the two sides there. As Murray crosses in, that one doesn't end up being a cross. Now for a goal kick. Thanasis Lessie back onto the pitch of play. Maroney does very well to brush off Rodriguez. That one's flicked on by Ustra. This one's going to be aerial. Ustra's going to go at it with Mullen. Pulls out of it. Mullen gets the header forward. Igarashi through the legs and some brilliant skills to dribble forward by Yoshiki Igarashi. Plays restarted quickly. There's Lessie immediately back into play. Off the chest. Here's Van der Oort. Referee gets in the way and unable to take the advantage is Jacob Van der Oort. It's going to be a drop ball for Sturt. You almost just think, does Lessie want to hit this one on the half volley? Doesn't though. That's the fair thing. Plays back to Atkinson. Atkinson goes wide. Lessie looking for that flick on. Sortini is not fouled. That was a cross by Elton. Couldn't do anything. Here's Jacob Van der Oort. Similar position to he was before. He's in the air. Atkinson does well to win that down to Nathan Humphreys. It restarts through his captain, Maroney, looking to drive forward. Wide to Ralph. We've already seen him cross the ball 3 or 4 times. That one goes across to Sortini. Here's Ustra looking for the back heel. And good save there from Noah Matthews down to his left. Boy, would have that been some fancy work if Ustra was able to find one off the back heel. We've already seen an absolute screamer from Mark Marino to open the scoring. As we've seen, all the goals being on that left-hand side of screen tonight so far. I do suspect that there's still goals in this game. Sturt probably looking the more likely despite being down. Elton does well to header that one down to Maroney. He'll be shut down quickly by Rodriguez. Recycled back, Melee sends long. Ustra's the target, doesn't go up. Elsie wins the header. Igarashi now. He's looked very lively also in this second half. Wins a foul, maybe a few words as well while he's at it. As Campbelltown pick up their first yellow card of the night. And that one is Liam DeCorso. It's his 3rd yellow card for the season. Atkinson stands over it. He's got plenty of numbers forward. Sturt happy to flee numbers forward. Maroney's one of them. Maroney, Ustra would be the target. That one doesn't get over the head of Rodriguez. Goes back to Murray. Eddie Elson does well Lessie wasn't first to it. There's Connon. Dispossessed there by Elton. Here comes Jacob van der Ott. Played across to Humphreys. He steps on it. Going to play a simple football. Bit of a lash moment there from Thanasis Lessie. As he just sees the ball roll under his foot. A little frustration. The experienced Sturt Lion. Ball's switched all the way out to Rawson. Boucher will look to press here on Elsie. Elsie does well to get it over the head of Lessie. It's going to be Fujinami. And that one's aerial. Out for a throw-in. Taken by Fujinami. He takes quick, goes to Harry Conant. Conant goes wide. Here's Mark Marino. He has that overlapping run by Fujinami. He's held up by Van der Ott. Nice little flick on there by O'Doherty. Find Marino. Finds Elsie with the outside of his boot. Once it goes to Murray, he's got Rawson on that overlap now. Elects not to go, he's happy to dribble himself. That one's floated in. Meleg's quick to get there. It's going to be 2v1, but we know how good Thanasis Lessie is in the air. And how strong he really is. As he's done incredible to hold that ball up. Campbelltown prevail with possession now. Let it play out as Fujinami goes to Mullen. Ustra puts him down, dispossessed. Some great body work, and we've seen Ustra in a similar position. Goes across, doesn't find anyone. It's going to be Humphreys who unleashes a shot. That's Brody Ralph. Apologies. Into the hands of Matthews. Matthews waits to the very end of the referee, Zach Britton's count. To send long. Goes all the way back to Meleg. Now Sturt come forward. Campbelltown absorbing a lot of pressure now here. And you just think if Sturt were to grab one more, we're in for a photo finish here at Carina Reserve. In the meantime, it's going to be a corner. Atkinson will come to take. Conditions here still quite windy. Carina Reserve are going to stick to the in-swinger. It's going to be on the head of Matthews. Matthews comes out, misses it, back post is Maroney. A chance here, and that one's forced over the line, but it's a whistle. And it's not going in the favour of Sturt. I'm not sure what it's been ruled out for. Maybe a foul, maybe a high boot. Yeah, I believe it's a high boot. That's why referee Zach Britton has disallowed that goal. That's twice now. Sturt being disallowed goals. Well, one was a goal line clearance. That time they actually had the ball in the net. But from goal line scrambles in their attacking boxes, I almost think it's a matter of time. When will John Fusco bring on his attacking superstars in Diamantis and Gonzalo Rodriguez? But this man, who's naturally a centre-back, has been phenomenal up top for him. And T.S. Ustra this time is dispossessed. O'Doherty has a bit of time in the middle of the park. Kenya Fujinami does well. Marino loses out to Atkinson. There's Leslie looking to find Ustra over the top. Mullen's going to do well to see that one through to Matthews. As we approach the first 20 minutes in this second half, it has all been Sturt Lions. Yes, they do still trail 3-1, however. Throw-in taken by Jack Rawson. Sortini misses his target. He's been a little bit quiet recently in the second half, and ball's fleed through to Thanasi Lessie. Lessie held up, still going. We've seen how strong he is. Unable to find a cutback. And Campbelltown will be able to waltz out of their defensive half, and they may be able to break now. As O'Doherty goes to Harry Connon, who's playing in a more central position in this second half. Looking to slot through here. It's going to be Maury too at first. Puts it across the box. Didn't elect to shoot, but Mark Marino's going to keep it in. He does. O'Doherty across the box, out for a corner. Desperation there by Nathan Humphreys. You can clearly see Mark Marino and Kenny Fujinami visibly not the happiest. Things just haven't clicked for them in this second half, as they did in that first 17 minutes of the first half, where Marino had the ball in the net 3 times. It's going to be whipped in by O'Doherty. The outswinger. He goes direct and straight. Back post come in was Jordan Elsey, but that one's out for a goal kick. Elsey uses his time-wasting antics. Substitutions here for Campbelltown City. It's going to be Alessio Melisi, Adam Lembruno and Adam Piscaneri all coming on. Triple change for Campbelltown. Harry Conant will make way. We'll confirm the others there very shortly. Jack Rawson, another one. I've missed that. Third change. I can tell you who's coming on. That's one of the positives. I think it might be Liam DeCorso coming off. A triple change for Campbelltown. And in the meantime, Sturt have made a change. On Sean Garrett as Meleg sends long over the head of Ustra. Elton does very well there. Throw in for Fujinami. I have confirmation around the grounds. Adelaide City have taken one step closer to that league championship, and here's a substitute. Oh, and Igarashi took it off and just put it wide. The sub has been made for Sturt. They've brought Sean Garrett on and Gonzalo Rodriguez. That ball's floated up and Ustra leaps early. Doesn't. Sean Garrett's got fresh legs, so he'll give chase. Unable to keep it in. On that occasion, now for a goal kick. Atkinson wins possession back, and here comes Sturt. There's Igarashi, just had a shot looking to slot through Ustra. Mullen went to ground here and just goes wide off the boot of Sortini. Now for a corner. It's going to be a corner for Sturt. Atkinson's across. Goes in. Give the head. That's Elsie first to Igarashi. Unleashed a volley off the head here. Scrambling times. Desperation here. Garrett goes down to ground. Referee says no penalty. He waved it away immediately with confidence, did Zach Britton. Fujinami is going to be put under pressure by Garrett. Man, it goes all the way out for a corner. It's going to be crossed in for Sturt. Swirling in. That one goes a bit deeper this time. Usha's going to have to give chase. Does. Look to put it in straight away. Atkinson will get things going quickly. Doesn't. He'll wait for Maroney. So suspect a long throw in. Maybe on the cards here for Sturt. They've got targets forward. Launches. Matthews comes out quite confidently. Massive cheer from the Campbelltown bench to applaud the debutant as well for his confidence. That one's in the air. It's Maury against the youngster in Brodie Routh. Josh Murray's now got 3 Sturt defenders to compile with. This time dispossessed, and Sortini will bring forward. Rodriguez unable to. There's a loose pass. Frustration there on the Sturt bench. Fujinami goes inside. Finds Ishkaneri, but that one falls to Marino. Marino held up. That's Rodriguez. Goes wide to Lembruno. Lembruno and goes out. Back across. Here's Pishkaneri. Campbelltown, bit of the ball here. Adam Pishkaneri once again in this passage of play. Kenny Fujinami's going to be shut down by Garrett. That's a large pass there from Alex Mullen. Thrown in by Igarashi. Coverage plays back to Meleg. Meleg's got to scramble quickly as well. Andy Elton sends long. Rodriguez, that one's off his shoulder maybe. Mullen goes down. And there's going to be a yellow card here to T.S. Ustra. He leaves a boot, maybe a bit of a higher boot up the leg with Alex Mullen. Meantime, Sturt still looking the side, knocking on that Campbelltown defence's door. It's Mullen, great ball over the top, ball down. Touch wasn't as great, unfortunately. There's Sortini. Moroni plays Ustra. Flick on was good to Rodriguez. Rodriguez got there first. Elsie's able to pick up the scraps, and a sliding challenge from Rodriguez, and he's not happy here, and I think he's going to go into the book as well. Some real frustration from the Sturt Lions veteran. I don't believe Zach Britton did end up booking Gonzalo Rodriguez. Few words coming out of that Sturt bench. There's some real frustration down there. Moroni confidently sees that one all the way through to Meleg. Meleg goes quick. Sturt do have numbers forward. They have 4 in attack. Mullen misjudges that one. So does Garrett. Sean Garrett Atkinson elected to go one further than Igarashi. To Brody Ralph. Ralph finds Sottini. And he's dispossessed there. Falls to the ground. And now driving forward with a bit of a tent. That was Josh Murray. Wins Campbelltown a throw in. Time starting to tick down here at Carina Reserve. This encounter, there's still time for more. Referee not happy with the position of the throw-in taken. One's thrown in, one back by Sturt now. That one didn't go over the head of Elsie. Atkinson braces. Moroney using his experience to head all the way back to Melek. Melek rolls to his advantage. Plays for Atkinson, looking to get over the top. That was well done there. There's Adam Piscaneri, does very well. Eventually is dispossessed and heading to the advantage of Sturt. Gonzalo Rodriguez, I don't know how he's managed to win that ball back, but Sortini will drive forward now for Sturt. Can he conjure something up? Goes wide to Brody Ralph. Brody Ralph will look to cross. Doesn't. Moroney, I think. Moroney crosses in at the back post. Sean Garrett's lurking, but he's unable to bring it down. As we are still locked at 3-1 here in Campbelltown's favour. 77 minutes gone on the One World LED and Sportal scoreboard. And this round 22 clash of the RAA NPLSA. As it does stand, Campbelltown are going to leapfrog Sturt and jump into 8th place. Sturt will finish the season in 9th. Well done there by Fujinami, and now looking to slot through. Was O'Doherty making that run. There's Sean Garrett. Floats the ball up in the air. So over the top, Elsie and who should go at it. Falls forward, good ball over the top from Inaki Rodriguez. It's Josh Murray. Murray will drive at Moroney. Murray to the back post. Marino's there. Dealt with well by Eddie Elton. Around the grounds, West Orange McCullough do lead Adelaide United Youth. Put a little bit more pressure on Adelaide City, who do lead FK Beergrad 2-0. Here's Igarashi looking to slot through Sortini, but really well done there from Alessio Malisi. Here's Inaki Rodriguez. No, it wasn't Malisi, that's Malisi on the ball now. And my apologies. They've trampled on Vanderort potentially. No, Eddie Elton. So there will be a change here for Sturt Lions. It's going to be Mohammed Mahatashami, a 21-year-old to come on, 23-year-old to come on. Not quite sure who he's going to come on for. Blood running down the face of Edward Elton. He'll have to take a moment, clean himself up. He's copped a trailing boot to the face potentially. Here's Fujinami. Really strong there by Sean Garrett, but Fujinami doesn't give up without a fight. Falls to Marino at the top of the box, looking to curl it in on the outside of his boot. Well, that boot has been magical tonight. Not on that occasion for Mark Marino. Malek starts things off early. Maroni. Pressure put on him. Over the top, flying over the top of Usha was Elsie, who won the header, and referee's happy to let that play. Here's Igarashi, he's got Sean Garrett wide. Garrett on his left foot, looking to slot through. There's Igarashi. Ball's floated in at the back post. It's Rodriguez, not on target. Lunging in, and that one's absolutely desperationally cleared. Catchy touch. It was a good touch from Igarashi. Igarashi looking to get goal side of Alessio Malisi. In the meantime, Mohamed Mahatashami waits patiently on the bench to come on. Rodriguez brings it down here. With Sturt, that one's just booted out harm's way by Jordan Elsey. Igarashi. Boot was coming in, out for a throw in. Will Sturt pull that trigger on that change? Not just yet. Atkinson gets played going for Igarashi. Sturt will look to come forward through their captain again. As Atkinson turns, finds Ustra. Ustra with a nice little flick on, looking for Rodriguez. Doesn't. Goes to ground then. One back really well from Brody Ralph. That's wide. Sturt look dangerous here on that right side. Good ball across. Punched by Matthews. Not out of danger. Falls to Sean Garrett. Sliding tackle by Fujinami to prevent the goal. Falls to the top of the box. Igarashi with the miss kick. Here's Ustra again. Happy to roll it out to Brody Ralph. Ralph floats that one in, leaping with Sortini, and Garrett just completely fresh airs the ball. Does win possession back. Momentarily, Sturt still down to 10 men with Elton off the pitch. Atkinson. That's through everyone, and Campbelltown might have an opportunity to breathe, but it's not going to be a long one. Moroney is going to bring it forward. Campbelltown quick to step the line. That one's over the top. No, it's not. Good defending. Ralph looks very good since coming on in this. Well, not quite in this second half. Early in the first half. Eddie Elton is back on the pitch, so they're back to 11. Sturt runs over the top. Sean Garrett was the target. And now that change will be made. Mohamed Mahatashami is going to come on for Alex Sortini. So some more fresh legs for Sturt in their surge to come back from that 3-0 deficit, which is now reduced to 3-1. Garrett was the target. Moroney puts it in on his left foot. Matthews is going to come. Punches with confidence. Coming forward was Josh Murray. Murray laid it off. Can't do very well. Jordan O'Doherty does very well. Sliding challenge, really well done there by Moroney. Atkinson looks to switch it wide to Ustra. Ustra uses his strength, gets goal side, finds, looking for Eddie Elton on that left boot. Elton and held comfortably by Noah Matthews, and he gets a big cheer down on the sideline by the Campbelltown fans. He does roll it out. He's going to get, and this time that's a loose ball. Not punished by Rodriguez. Not finished yet. Atkinson leads it off the goal line again. That one's across. It's not done with, and Noah Matthews now with a great claim. A real nervy moment there. But he's able to reset, and I dare say he's going to send along, and he does. Looking for the advantage of Mark Marino. Meleg was ready at the top of his box. I think he might go long straight back. Puts it down. Meleg sends long. Target was the height of Sean Garrett. Didn't get there. And blocked out of play by Eddie Elton. Here's Atkinson. He has a bit of space, a few more metres to carry forward. There's Igarashi. Igarashi gets past Mullen. Igarashi past another. Unleashes. Doesn't. Mahatashami in the air. Matthews goes over the top of Igarashi there. Game of Mixed emotions for the debutant. A few lash moments as you'd expect. It'd be quite nervy making your debut as a 19-year-old, but he certainly had some very good moments in this second half of play. One shut down quickly. I know it would be reeled in there. Elton Atkinson will drive forward. He just had his shot cleared off the line. Well, Steve Igarashi. Eddie Elton floats that one in. Rodriguez at target, not there. Atkinson once again very composed. Michael Moroney carries forward. Looks to float that one over the top. Ustra leaps into the hands of Matthews. Clock starts to tick down. Sturt are now running out of time if they want to grab any points out of this game. Nathan Humphreys misjudged that one as it's offside. Meleg will come to take. I think we're going to be in for a very exciting last 5 or so minutes here at Carina Reserve. Meleg's probably overcooked that one. Matthews does well to come collect. Rolls it out quickly. That's Piscaneri. O'Doherty drives forward with pace now. Jordan O'Doherty will go at the youngster and Brody Ralph. Puts it wide to Maury. Maury beats one. Josh Maury chips it to the back post. Mark Marino, great save there from Zolan Meleg. His eyes lit up and he thought he was on for a fourth. Some brilliant attacking play by Josh Maury there. That's going to be it. Campbelltown corner taken by Anaki Rodriguez. Fantastic stop there from Meleg. He's almost kept Sturt in the game. He probably has. You would have think 4-1 would be a bit too much of an ask as the ball's floated in. Mullen was there. O'Doherty goes wide. Naki Rodriguez got a bit caught up. Dispossessed here. Igarashi uses his pace to drive forward. Malisi attempts to foul as the ball slided through. Ustra's here. T.S. Ustra gets one-on-one and the flag's up. Oh. Thought he may have been in there. Flag is raised on the far side. And you would have backed T.S. Ustra there. In the meantime, Mullen will take. And Adelaide City have gone 3-0 up at One Solution Park against FK Beograd. And they are going to run away RAA NPLSA champions and break Metro Stars' 3-year winning streak. In the meantime, it looks like Sturt will be making a substitution very shortly. Jack Dunstall eagerly awaits joining their 11. You know, he's put the jacket on momentarily. Ball forward, here's Igarashi. Meleg will bring forward. Sends long. And Mullen flying over Ustra. As Garrett and Mullen both go at it. Boots go flying. Mullen comes out on top as he does so many times. And O'Doherty goes to ground. It's going to be a free kick for Campbelltown City. As we come very close to stoppage time now. It's just been one of them really frustrating nights for Sturt. Going down 3-0 very early. And while they have created plenty of chances, they just haven't been able to find the net. Campbelltown have absorbed a lot of pressure towards the back end of the first half, and you'd say almost 45 minutes they've had to defend for in this second half. So they have shown glimpses going forward. They've created a few clear-cut chances. They did hit the crossbar in the first half, Campbelltown. And Mark Marino was denied by Meleg moments ago. Here's Garrett. He drives forward, looking to beat Piscaneri. That one's out for a Sturt throw in their attacking third. We may be looking at 3-4 minutes of stoppage time. And out for another throw in for Sturt. Take a little bit of time to get up. Too sure. It's not going to be a Sturt throw in, it's going to be a Campbelltown throw in. Sturt will look to pounce as Mullen just clears it out of harm's way. Ralph not able to find his target, as Campbelltown will break through Josh Murray. We saw what he did on that left side moments ago to set up Mark Marino. We saw what he did in stoppage time last week. Falls to O'Doherty. Can he get past? O'Doherty still in possession. One-on-one with Marino. Marino holds it back. Launch shot. Over the top. Out for a goal kick for Sturt. Going to be Meleg to take. We're now in stoppage time. For Janami, it goes up well. Bit of a height difference on Sean Garrett. Eddie Elton to take the throw. He's looking for Rodriguez, and there's Rodriguez, Inaki Rodriguez for Campbelltown. This time Gonzalo Rodriguez comes out for Sturt, but only as far as Adam Lembruno. Goes up in contest off the head of Brody Ralph. On the far side for a throw in for Campbelltown City. Lembruno will eventually restart by throwing the ball in. Does to O'Doherty. Does well to find. Coming forward at Campbelltown. Sturt able to grab something. Maybe a consolation now. We'll look to unleash. Does unleash. Meleg watched as it flew over the crossbar. He's going to get things going quickly. Campbelltown have done... West Torrens Macalla have done all they can at Jack Smith Park. They have won 2-1 against Adelaide United Youth. However, it doesn't look like it's going to be enough as the ball's going to be crossed in. And meets the chest of Noah Matthews. Sent long. That's going to fly. The wind's going to take it. Brought down by Marino. Marino, can he get on the other side or not? Nathan Humphreys. That was the name I was looking for. Falls to Gonzalo Rodriguez. Goes wide. Mahata Shami. Here's Brody Ralph. Takes a touch. Most likely going to cross. Does. Goes low. Ball still in contest. And out. And that is all here at Carina Reserve. It is Sturt Lions 1, Campbelltown City 3. It's a bittersweet finish to the season for Campbelltown as they miss finals. They knew their fate a few weeks ago. It's going to be a very tough ask. However, they have leapfrogged Sturt Lions. They did come into this game with a possibility of making the top 6. However, not meant to be, unfortunately. It was Mark Marino with all three in the first 17 minutes for Campbelltown. It was Tiers Ustra who looked to get things rolling for Sturt in the second half when he found the back of the net. Ultimately, Campbelltown runaway winners here at Carina Reserve. And I will confirm some results around the ground. Adelaide City have won 3-0 against FK Beergrad and have wrapped up the RA NPLSA minor premiership and will look to take their momentum into finals when they'll take on West Torrens Bacalla in that first v second clash to get into the grand final. Playford City have locked up 4th position. They've actually jumped ahead of FK Beergrad, defeating West Adelaide 2-1. Metro Stars have secured 3 points against Croydon, securing 3rd place. And Croydon City, despite going down 2-0 to Metro Stars, well, the match is still playing actually, they will round out the top 6 and look to defend their title from the bottom of the finals spots. It is Adelaide Comets and Para Hills Knights who battled out a tough affair tonight. That finished 5-2 going the way of Adelaide Comets, and that put Para Hills Knights out of their misery, but they'll go down together, the duel of teams, down to the HBG Homes State League 1 next season. Adelaide Croatia Raiders have been promoted and they'll come up to the RAA NPLSA next season, and we'll await a few weeks in finals to see who joins them. But I'm Anton Violi and I'm signing off here at Carina Reserve. It is Campbelltown City 3, Sturt Lions 1. Thank you.